Hello, this is Bridget with Divine Essentials. Alright, I'm like, why am I singing that? Whatever, it's my song. I sing it on the other channel a lot. Creating your offer is what I was going to talk about with you tonight. And I think sometimes people make this way too complicated, okay? You don't have to make it that complicated. Especially when you're doing divine stuff. Now, if you're just coming out of a hole and you don't know what you're doing, then yeah, maybe you want to like meditate a little bit, set some intention, really think about what you're wanting to offer and where you're feeling led to offer something. Now, everybody most likely has something they can offer, regardless of where you are at in this world. Sometimes, like, there's people out there who are literally making an income right now from being an empathic listener. They just set themselves up. There's different websites. I signed up to one recently, but I never like initialized all of it. And there's other ones too now where there's like they'll even give you a fake phone number. So you sign up, they give you like a Google number. And you can get one of these yourself too. That way other people don't have your actual phone number. And you go onto like these different apps and it's like find a friend or whatever, and you put your information up there about who you are, and you put up a price, and people will either pay you like for a whole session, advance, or in these apps they do it like by the minute. That way you can't end up, because if you're an empathic listener like myself, sometimes people take advantage of that, even myself. That's why I do a lot of the pre-recorded readings and like the pre-done stuff, because if I sit down face to face with somebody, a 20-minute reading becomes an hour. It just happens. If I do like anything with people in person, it usually becomes longer depending on what it is. Like my Reiki class, that went from, I was like, I'm going to say 5 hours, but I didn't know how many people were going to come. So it ended up going down, an hour from what the time that I thought we might be. We did 12 to 4 instead of 12 to 5. But that was just one person. I was teaching the basic, Reiki 1 class and doing one activation or one attunement to that person. So, you know, based off of what you're doing too, you want to think about your time and energy. And this is something that's been coming up a lot. So I feel like the reason why I've been guided to record this before doing the other thing I'm doing, because I'm going to be teaching Reiki 1 on my YouTube channel, but I'm going to be doing it for donation based. And the reason why that's important, especially within the spiritual stuff, is because you want to make sure that you're not burning out. You want to make sure you're being valued, that your time and your energy are not being, drained from you, or you're not over giving. And again, being an empath sometimes, or a sensitive person, sometimes you may give way too much away for free. And so you got to rail that in and increase your value over time. We don't have to be jerks. We don't have to be crazy. We don't have to cost $10,000. I've seen people charge like things that I offer so much more money than what I charge. And I'm like even the Muniki rights, I'm like, oh, 1111, because it's a pre-recorded thing. There's other people out there doing it for like $1,000 just for one right. And I'm like, oh my God. And then like the classes I teach, I should update my prices, but you get what I say. Like, try to make sure you don't get taken advantage of, but also try to trust in the universe. The reason why I'm going to be doing for like donation with the Reiki 1 is because I trust that some people are going to donate and some people aren't, but the ones that do will kind of help the others. And then those who actually benefit from the class, learn from the class, go on to start being, abundant and all of that, they'll come back at another point, or it will come back around because I gave. So I'm also a believer in that. But like, we got to do things with limits, especially when it's like one-to-one work with people. Like, I've had people bring me a feather to get the Muniki right, like just one of the rights. So the first part is, what does your program or service include? And again, it could be as simple as, I'm going to talk to people on the phone and be an empathic listener. That's all they do. They don't have to say much back. They just listen. And then say you are somebody that's more so like into doing oracle and tarot card readings, you could start off practicing that online and offering like little mini services in the way that you're comfortable. But what is that going to include? Some people do it as an email. Some people do it as a text. Some people do it as a video. Some people do it on Zoom. Some people do it in person. Some people do it on the phone. Some people actually sign up to those apps too. Like there's places out there you can sign up as those things. You want to practice before you just start offering tarot readings. So what is your offer? As long as you feel confident in what you're offering, then what are you offering people? Maybe it's your expertise in some subject, or maybe you're a designer, maybe you're a healer, maybe you're going to do like light language. There's so many things. There's infinite things. And if you're not sure, go look around. Go on to like TikTok and stuff and follow people and see, like, especially in our spiritual community, if you're unsure, there's people out there doing so. Don't do that shit, man. Okay, first of all, don't be an asshole. I've seen people out there, I don't even want to say what it is because I know, like, I get it, but like what they're doing is just okay. Like, I could see doing like readings with candles, right? But I've seen people just take 2 matches and like stick them beside each other and light them, and like it's done in 2 seconds, and they're charging a lot of money for it. If you want to do that, that's one thing. But again, that would be something I would be like, maybe donation based. Let them decide how much they're going to invest into that. Not like $500 for you to freaking light a match. Because, and that's the thing in it. She's saying that she's like bringing these people together forever. Don't even mix yourself up in that shit, guys. Like, those things out there that say that stuff, that's going against someone's free will. That is going to go against you. You're going to end up becoming obsessed with somebody, or like you're going to do to yourself what you're trying to do to others. So don't engage in that, and don't be the creator of those things. Like I always stress with my twin flame union candle, it's to release the pressure, it's to open the heart, it's not to like manipulate someone else, okay? So we want to make sure we're clear in what our program service offer is including, okay? What is it that you're doing? Maybe you're going to do tarot readings for love. Maybe you're going to do healings for people who have PTSD. Maybe you're going to do, some sort of service. It could even be as simple as I'm going to do pendulum readings that are yes or no. And again, just think of the value that you're giving to people. Like, how much is this actually worth? How much of my time is it taking? And there's so many ways out there too for you to just kind of like start practicing and not charging in the beginning when you're still trying to figure these things out. But if you already know what the things are including, then that's the first step. So what are the benefits, okay? What are the benefits of whatever it is that you're offering? Like when I sell my candles, I tell people what are the benefits, because there's essential oils in there, so they're not going to have all those like nasty fragrance oils in there that actually cause all these issues for people, and they're not great for pets, and they're not good for people with skin condition. They can cause breathing problems. They can have all types of, not the best things. I do have some candles with fragrance oils, but that was because they came by accident, and I feel like Spirit was like, here. So I was like, okay. And I've had good feedback with them, so I continue to create them, and I let people know what is in there, okay? What is included in my thing, because there are people out there who will not tell you what is in their blend or their spray or their candle because they consider it a trade secret. However, if somebody out there is allergic to what's in your trade secret, we don't want to go down that road, So you would want to be labeling your things correctly, as well as what are the benefits of those things. If you're a healer, you can even go over to ChatGPT or Google, which is basically the same thing. The only difference with ChatGPT is it scans all of Google for you and comes back with like a list. So you could be like, what are the top 10 benefits of Reiki? And then spice it up a little bit. Don't use the computer generated words, because first of all, Google will recognize that. And second of all, it comes across without your brand, your voice, who you are within your messaging. You want to have people recognize you. Like I say awesome sauce, so when people message me, they say awesome sauce. People remark on certain things that I'm constantly saying, and you want that stuff to be kind of mixed about within there. So how long will your program take? And again, this could be similar, like if you're doing products, how long is it going to take you to make that? Because when I do candles, I have to make them for that person specifically, and I charge it up with that energy specifically, and then I gotta pack it up and I gotta ship it, and so it takes a little bit of time to get them there, so we want to let them know that. But also, if we are booking like a reading, right? Like when I do my readings, I have the special out for the 24-hour return, but all the other readings are 72-hour returns. So when somebody books those, it says it in there that this will be returned within 72 hours in the way that it's going to be returned and all of that. So again, what is this service including? How long is it going to last? I let them know it's a 20-minute long reading. It'll be back in 24 hours. Because a lot of people will forget this type of stuff, okay? For some reason, they forget. I'd be like, these things are common sense, you know? Like, would you buy it if you had no idea what it was? There are people who do that. Somehow, I'm like, how the hell is this person selling this? You don't even know what they're selling, but they're doing it. So, you know, be better. Because there's a better chance of people buying it if they know what you're selling. And then what bonus could you include to add value, you know, without a huge cost? So I had a little ping moment the other day because I was like, oh my God, there's so many messages and there's so many comments. And they have that new app, ManyChat, right? And in ManyChat, like I could put out a post and say, comment 111. And as soon as they do, I can send them something in their DMs. And I was like, maybe I'll take because I have my PDF things that I created. I got 3 of them. I could mix it up. I could give those away for free and show value and build trust in my community. But that's also something I could do to include into an offer. Like, if you purchase this twin flame reading today, I'll also send you my twin flame union workbook for free. And that, you know, can entice people more. Like, believe me, guys, I know these things. Otherwise I just feel icky doing them, but I shouldn't, you know what I mean? Because I'm not doing anything wrong, but it's like I know the other aspect of it too, where it's like I see my dad get tricked all the time into some stupid shit, and I'm like, and I saw my mom get tricked all the time into thinking. So be very careful. Don't be that person. Don't offer something that you can't fulfill. Don't offer dreams, you know? Like, I feel like what I do with my readings and stuff, based off of the feedback that I get, is good, you know? It's really good, because they're like, this is the best thing. Oh my God, I'm going to listen to this again. Awesome sauce. Not every single person says that to me, but not every single person replies to me, so I don't know. But I'm assuming if they're not coming back like that, which is the worst thing ever, then we're all good. And I also do that to myself anyways. I've been doing this for many years, and I seem to get that as a feedback a lot, that this is great. So we want to feel that way about what we're doing. We don't want to be like just having like AI generate like messages like write me a love letter. No, we got to sit down and write the love letter. We're the magic within the things that we're doing. So it's like, yeah, we can use tools, and we can have, you know, recipes, and we can do all of those things, but make sure there's value in what you're giving, and don't feel icky about giving extra value. Like, I think people would like that if I was like, oh, I'll do a 20-minute reading, and if you book today, you also get this free PDF book. And it's like, there's nothing icky about it, but I know that will entice people to book the reading more so than if they were just going to book the reading. Like, there's a little in the brain. There's like, I want that too, okay? Like, even better. And it works. And so just in a 1313 went by as I was doing that. So got to tap into divine feminine and, you know, allow myself to receive. So what else could you upsell with your offer? You know, like when I do my things, right? Like, I have all these crazy ideas all the time. I'm like, I should do this, bop it boop, like a mystery box of crystals, and I'll put 12 crystals in there for this amount. Do I have all the stuff to do that? Yes. Have I done it? No. But not only that, right? Like, I can add in this and this. I have done one little box that I offered for a while. It was like the moon one. So it was like, you could get one for the full moon or the new moon. You get one for love or abundance. And it was like a whole bunch of little stuff added together. And I always tell people, like, if you buy something on my Etsy that I'm physically sending to you, I will put a gift in there, you know. So that's like a little boom, right? But what else can you like combine? So if somebody's getting a candle and they go to like your candle listing on Etsy, and you have just the single candle available, but they save, if they buy 3 of those candles, like 20% saving if you purchase 3 instead of just 1, they want that, okay? Or if you have, and again, it depends on what system you're using and all of that. This may be too complicated for people who are just getting out there. You may not want to have to think about all this craziness. This is also if you were like doing like coaching program and stuff. Like, you know, oh, okay, so with my coaching program, we're going to start off, these are the benefits of it, this is what it entails, but if you sign up today, or, you know, within the next 24 hours, if you book or you purchase this coaching program, you're going to get an extra 1 hour phone call with me, like one-on-one, bop-a-da-boop, or something like that, depending on what it is that you're offering. And again, these can be biggie or little. So what are the savings your client makes when saying yes to your offer? How can you frame urgency or scarcity? If people are starting to question, you know, sometimes we want to put into our marketing things that are going to help them to no longer question that. You know what I mean? So we want to reverse things like, you know, and some of it too is like, okay, if you purchase today, within the next 24 hours, blah, 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 blah. But if you don't, you're going to, you know, miss out on this, this, and this. A lot of people do these things where they're like, they try to get you to sign up to something like a mini course, right? Or like a free teaching. And then in the free teaching, there's trying to sell you something. And they're like, if you sign up before the end of this call, you're going to save. And if you only do this, if you wait until after that, then you risk all of this, man. You risk not knowing this. You risk being behind the group. You risk blah, blah, blah. I don't do that shit. I don't do that shit. I don't do that shit. I don't like it. Okay? I just don't like it. So, you can do it. I don't like it. Alright? And urgency or scarcity, you probably do want to kind of have that because it makes people buy. But again, I'm not a fan of manipulating people. It's like, I don't know. But like, if I put out limited time offer, ba-ba-ba-da-boop, people are going to purchase that quicker than if it's just always available. Or if I only make 6 of something, and there's only 6 of these amazing, awesome things, they're going to want them. I want that. Nobody else. I've had people, but oh my God, guys. Like when I was doing really good and stuff was like just overflowing, I've had people, I'll be like, all right, because like with the fucking tantric twins, it was like chaos for a while. Every time I would upload one, gone. I was like, oh my God. So the next time I was like, I got it. I'll upload 6 of them together and it'll be me and 2. And like 2 people came and bought 3. I was like, what the hell? I'm like, because I was trying to let other people get them, but I could only get them out so quickly. But it was just like Pac-Man, like they were going quickly. And I wasn't even doing it. It was just what was happening out of that urgency, scarcity, because they were scarce. I didn't have mastered, like I didn't have thousands of them to give out. And when I was doing it, I was putting a lot of value into them. I was writing up descriptions. I was sitting my butt down. I was tapping into the energy. I was offering a service. There was a lot to do with it. And that created that because people knew about it and people wanted it and there was only little bits. So you can do these things without being icky, okay? Like when I do my Reiki 1, I'm not doing it to be icky. And I'm like, I don't want to guilt anybody into it, like having to donate. But it's like, guys, if one of you donated $1, that would be amazing, right? That'd be awesome sauce. Because there's 15,000 subscribers on that channel. But even if only like the 100 people who see the video donated $1, that would be awesome. You know, I only charge $150 to do it with people in person, and other people charge like $300, $500. So I'm never being greedy, but I know I need to get better at like just not even. I need to just get back into the flow of what I was already doing because clearly it worked. But when you look at these things in this world, don't let them manipulate you. Okay, be aware of what the manipulation is so you don't do that. And if you're solving problems, you know, let people know how you're going to help them solve those problems. Like if somebody's in separation from their twin flame, you're doing twin flame readings, it's like, here, you can hear what this person isn't telling you, you know, get closure on something that is still like harming you. If you're doing past life stuff, you can help people to dive into the deeper levels of what's gone on in other lives that are blocking them. You can help people to discover shadow work. You can help people to understand whatever it is you know. And that's again why I'm always learning. That's why I'm always absorbing. I'm taking all these classes and things and all of these like mini courses, and I've spent a lot of money on courses and stuff too. I spent $10,000 at one point. Like this is actually from a course that I took, and this is from something else that I purchased. Like, and I have all these other things that I purchased, but when I look at these things, I don't take them exactly the way that teacher said it, you know, how they're teaching it. I take it and I do it my way, how it feels good to me. And that's what you should be doing. But like, are you, how are you helping people is what you want to kind of, let be known. And if you're still trying to figure out what you're going to serve or what you're going to offer, you should be in service if you're a spiritual person. And even if you're not, you're going to be in service. Like there's something you're doing is most likely helping people in some way. Even if like serving food, I'm helping hungry people. If I'm fixing physical items, I'm helping the people that benefit from those physical items. If I'm talking on the phone, I'm helping somebody emotionally. Like whatever it is, and then what can you charge for this that makes sense to you and feels good to you? You know what I mean? So we'll come back and we'll talk more about, there's other stuff that I got here, like validating ideas, taking your vision with you. I have stuff too that you can use, like things that may help you to like get people to click on stuff or purchase things and all of that. But again, I don't know. I feel like the best way to do it is with integrity and authenticity and in your own way, with your own voice, and to not be fake and to not be like manipulative. People fall for it, but I don't. So it's like, I don't want to do that to people. I don't want to do that to people. So whatever you're comfortable doing, do. But I know the things. You can know the things. I think it can help us to know, 2121, it can help us to know so that we can grow and so that we don't get sucked into those things. And we can also offer things that are not like that, because our whole world has been manipulated, and I see it in our collective. I see people who are like buying into things that they don't need and thinking things that they shouldn't think and feeling ways that they shouldn't feel, all at the hands of this type of stuff. And that's why I'm like, I don't feel right. Like there's some things I'll do and some things just naturally happen because I'm not approaching it that way. So just be your best self. Offer the best thing you have to offer. If you don't feel confident in what you're offering right now, work on it and explore what you really like to do, and then practice. And then when you feel like, yes, this is it, then share it with others. But hopefully this makes sense. If you have any specific questions, if you want to know more about these types of things, let me know. But I will come back and dive deeper into some of this stuff in my own way. Again, 2222, because I don't always like the way the other people do it. Let me know what you think. In my name, namaste.